Welcome to MAT 2LB booklet number 5, Eating in Restaurants and Shopping for Food. Lesson number 4, Ordering Takeout. The main difference between ordering takeout versus eating in a restaurant is that you can do more planning beforehand. Sometimes if you get to a restaurant, you need to sort of do some planning on the fly and you don't necessarily have as much time to reflect and decide how much you want to spend and in what ways you want to spend it as you do when you're ordering takeout. When you're ordering takeout, typically you've got access to the menu and you can plan in advance with you or with the people that you're going to be eating with exactly what you want to get and to ensure that it falls within your budget. And that's what lesson 4 is going to allow us to do. So let's take a look, or allow us to practice. Let's have a look at example number 1. You are going to order takeout Chinese food for you and 5 of your birthday party friends. Your budget is going to be $70. So we are going to try to calculate the following selection to see if you can afford it. We're going to use the Cameron menu to make your calculations along with a calculator. So I'm going to go back over. Now I still have the Hamburger Hut menu here called up, but what I would like to do is just sort of show you at the Teach, Learn, Live website, which is where we normally go to get all of our stuff here. We are going to just get back to the Teach, Learn, Live piece, and I'm going to show you exactly where it is, just in case you're struggling to with how to open it on your own. So here is our Teach, Learn, Live website. We are in the MAT2LB spot, which is there somewhere. And down here in booklet number 5, you'll notice the Hamburger Hut menu, which we saw before, and now the Cameron Takeout menu. That's what we're going to be using for our Chinese food. So we're going to pop that open. It's going to load up. And while it's doing that, let's jump back over to our lesson and see what's going on. All right, here we are back in Notability. Ordering takeout. So just to recap, we're talking about a $70 budget. This is the menu you and your friends have decided you want to be using. So let's start with, first things first, getting down the prices of each of the items. So we've got chop suey and chow mein, broccoli and garlic. So let's flip over to the menu and let's see if we can find that in the chop suey and chow mein section, broccoli and garlic. So there's the chop suey and chow mein section. Broccoli and garlic costs $6.75. So let's jump back over and we're going to write that down. $6.75. The next item on our list under seafood is hot and spicy shrimp. So let's jump back over. Let's go find seafood. There's seafood. Hot and spicy shrimp. There it is. So hot and spicy shrimp costs $12.95. And we'll put that in, $12.95. Under chicken, we have black pepper chicken. Let's jump over and see if we can find it. There's chicken. We're looking for black pepper chicken. There it is, near the bottom. Spicy apparently, so be careful. That's going to be $10.95. Let's get that in. $10.95. And soup. We're after wonton soup with chicken, and we're after 6 of these. So we got to make sure that we remember that piece. So we are going to get, well, let's start with that. We're going to get 6 times however much the wonton soup with chicken costs. Let's jump over to the menu. It's an appetizer, I think. There it is, wonton soup with chicken. That's going to be $3.15. So let's jump back over. $3.15. So let's find out. We'll type this into our calculator. Let's see how much 6 of these will cost us. So we have 6 times $3.15. That gives us a grand total for the soups of $18.90. And there it is. Last item on our menu that we're going to see if we can afford is rice. Seafood fried rice specifically. Let's jump back over to the menu. There's our rice. Seafood fried rice right at the bottom there, $9.75. Again, we're getting 2 of these. 2 times $9.75. Oh, I'm not 100% sure that was right. Sometimes if I do too many things, I get confused. Let's go look. $9.75. I was right. There we go. So now we're going to type that into our calculator. 2 orders times $9.75 gives us $19.50. So that was our first step. Our first step was to go to the Cameron menu, look at the items that we were thinking of for our selection of foods, and get them copied down with some exact amounts. Next thing we're going to do is get to the subtotal. So the subtotal up here is going to be the total of all of these values that we've either copied or calculated. So let's start by adding them all up together. That's going to be $6.75 plus $12.95 plus $10.95 plus $18.90 plus $19.50. And that gives us a total of $69.05. So far, if you recall our budget, and I want to highlight that so I don't forget it, the budget is 70. So right now, the subtotal, we're okay. We've got $69.05. Doing okay. Next thing we've got to calculate, of course, is the tax. That's going to be the HST. So I'm going to just write that here in the box along with the HST. Now again, the HST is going to be 13%. We start by writing our percentage, dividing it by 100, which gives us 0.13. And we are going to multiply that by the cost of the meal, which is $69.05. So let's type that into our calculator. 0.13 times $69.05. That's going to give us $8 followed by 9765. So too many digits. We want to round this to the nearest hundredth. That's the place value we round to for money. That's 2 place values to the right of the decimal place. So there's 97. 7 rather is the digit that fills that place value. Let's look to the digit after it to tell us how to round that 7. That 6 tells us that we are going to round that 7 up. So we're going to have $8.98 tax to add to this. And that leads us into the next part, which is to get the total with HST. So we're going to get our $69.05. We are going to add $8.98. And again, we can write this, we can do this calculation vertically. Sometimes there's just a lot of numbers there to add. This one here I think we can do longhand without our calculator. So again, we're going to add these vertically. 5 plus 8 will give us 13. We carry the 1. 1 plus 9 gives us a 10, and we carry the 1. 1 plus 9 gives us 10 plus 8 gives us 18. Carry another 1, and that gives us $78.03. So unfortunately, in answer to the question, can you afford to order this takeout? The answer is no, you cannot. No, you cannot. The idea here, of course, is that you might have extra money left over. In this case, we actually don't have enough money. So how much extra money would we need? That's a really good question. What we would need to do is consider that our budget is going to be $70. So we are going to get our $78.03. And what we're going to do is subtract the actual budget that we've got. We'll do this longhand. And we'll just see exactly how much money we would have needed in order to be able to order this. So again, we'll do some vertical subtraction. So we're going to subtract 3 from 0, which will give us 3. 0 subtract 0 gives us 0. 8 subtract 0 gives us 0. And 7 subtract 7 gives us 0. And there we have a final total. So we would need, we'll write ourselves a little summary statement. We would need an extra $8.03. That's how much we would need to actually be able to order this meal. So again, we're only doing a single example here. Just to quickly recap, we took the selection that we had, we copied down all of the information, we added it all up into a subtotal, we calculated HST, added it back to our subtotal to get a total with HST, and then we make a distinction. Did it fall within our budget? And if it did, that's great. If it didn't, how much were we short? In this case, we were short. We didn't have any money left over. We actually had some extra money that was needed, and it turned out to be $8.03 extra that was needed. So again, now would be the time, if you wanted to go back and look over any portions of the lesson that you want some clarity with. Otherwise, now's the time to head to the worksheet, and I will see you in lesson number 5.